Good evening, class, and I hope everybody had a safe and wonderful Labor Day holiday and are enjoying this short week and getting back to work with your studies. And just wanted to post a quick video really quick. Play 3 this week is going to be video heavy. There are two YouTube videos posted in the chapter notes for this week's subject, which is going to be generating revenue for your event. It's an exciting topic and one that your event organizers and your event planners are going to be very interested in. But just a couple of videos for you to watch that I think are going to be really insightful. One of them has to do with the Tampa Bay Rays and how they generate some revenue for their sporting events. But before we get into that, I want to say this last week or so, right around the holiday, what a time for sporting and for live events. I don't know if all of you saw, but the Nebraska women's volleyball team broke an attendance record, 92,000 people in the stadium to watch a volleyball match. That is absolutely incredible. AEW, All Elite Wrestling, just had a huge mega event in London where they broke attendance records there. College football viewership and streaming for week 1 broke records as far as visual people watching the product and things like that. So what a time to be in the sporting event industry. There's also a lot of other events in the news. I don't know if any of you saw, my TikTok algorithm is all over it. But what is going on with Burning Man? And first and foremost, I want to make sure that everybody knows that we hope that everybody stays safe out there. There's been some life-threatening situations out in Burning Man, and I don't consider this subject very funny, although TikTok seems to be making light of it. But just remember, those are human beings out there in the middle of a desert in dangerous conditions. And so that is not a good thing. But when I was an undergrad, much of the same age as you all, I actually did a senior project on Burning Man, and it has changed in the years. Don't get me wrong, but we can see from an academic standpoint some of the negative impact this is having on the perception of the event, and I hope everybody out there attending the event or planning the event for next time, things like that, keep this in mind. But it's a good subject for us to talk about. Things like weather, things like things happening in an event that are beyond your control, whether it be a protest, a weather event, technical failure, loss of power. Everything above can impact your event, but just a lot of sporting event and event news to keep it current while we navigate this course. So I just wanted to bring some of those examples to you all's attention on how this industry is doing fantastic. Even though there's uncertain economic times right now, the sporting and events industry seems to be doing very well. So talking about that, in chapter 3, I want your mindset to be, or play 3, excuse me. I want your mindset to be, how do I generate revenue for my event? Again, these are small events, these are big events, but how am I going to generate cash in the cash register? Figure 3.1 in our textbook gives a simple, easy, one-size-fits-all layout of how many events are going to fall into this category. Of course, there's going to be differences in how you generate revenue for a charity golf tournament versus the Super Bowl. But like I said, figure 3.1 in the textbook gives a great outline of ways that you're going to generate revenue. One of the things you're going to see come up time and time again is ticket sales, or what people call the gate. That's actual paid attendees. A lot of college attendance records, as we all know, can be a little bit skewed for things like student section or complimentary tickets. But when you talk about the ticket gate or the gate, that is people that either advance purchase tickets or purchase tickets day of, and the revenue you've collected at the venue for ticket sales. Then you have things like sponsorship, food and beverage, concessions, parking. I don't know if any of you have paid parking for some of these events recently, but it's absolutely outrageous. And things like merchandise. Was at a local game this weekend, and some of the participating schools had converted a food truck into a merchandising food truck with no food, but to sell their merch out in front, so that way they can get more and more people participating in purchasing merchandise and not standing in long lines. So I thought that was a really interesting and unique way to push sales both online and in person. So when you're taking a look at each of these revenue streams, again, in some of these cases, we're going to be dealing with hypothetical numbers, but I want you to pay close attention to all of the channels that are available to make money. Even things like digital marketing, which is picking up steam, your social media marketing, your Instagram, your TikTok, maybe a little bit older, but Facebook and things like that. There can be revenue generated from those posts. Broadcasting rights. We're seeing more and more sporting events and things of that nature streamed live on YouTube or Twitch. Twitch is a extremely fast growing platform for people to be sharing their content. The world right now is hungry for content, and sporting and events are some of those things that provide that content. So 5 years ago, if I would have brought up to my students, hey, think about the revenue that could be generated by streaming off Twitch, I would have gotten looks like, what are you talking about? But in 2023 and moving forward, these are going to be excellent opportunities for events not only to promote themselves, but also to stream live and get extra revenue for fans who may not be able to make it to the event or prefer streaming and as opposed to live events and things like that. So as you go through the assignments this week, please make sure to keep revenue generation at the forefront of your mindset as you're answering the questions, as you're doing the discussion, and as you're watching these videos. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You all are doing an amazing job. I sent out a thank you email this last week, thanking the class for their participation and their engagement with each other. The discussions are absolutely outstanding. Please remember to do your post, respond to a couple of your classmates. You can agree or disagree as long as we do it respectfully, as I've said many times, but you all are doing an outstanding job with that, and I'm very proud of that, so thank you very much. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you play 4. Take care.